Hello and welcome everyone to part 35 of the Empire Total War Great Britain Darthmod Let's Play. That was an awkward dip in the introduction there. Anyway, we are continuing our conquest and our betrayal of the Marathons. And we're beginning this by attacking Satara with a force half the size of the garrison. But away we shall go. Having taken out their reinforcements in a previous battle at the port, utterly smashing their forces, we shall now engage them at one of their key provinces that they still hold in India, and if we can beat them here, be very confident, and as long as we take Mysore as well, be very confident in the fact that we can do quite well. At least I'd like to think. Hopefully loading up soon. There we go. Ah, and of course my favourite battle of them all, a fort battle indeed, damn it. But this is a lovely hill for artillery, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'm sure we can make it work. Artillery, you will deploy up here. I'm not even interested in looking around elsewhere. You are perfect up here. Oh yes, that's a good hill for artillery. Oh yes. Anyway, so cavalry, you're my second group. You're going to go way over here to the right. In over by those trees, and I need to form my infantry. Now I do have some skirmishers here, my rangers and what have you. So we're going to have to be interesting and careful how we deploy these guys actually. Have them over like so, and that means the rest of the troops are free to deploy as I want. Which I'm going to deploy in a group of 6. Kind of standard line infantry over here. Oh dear, there we go. Down the line like so. And then the 2 grenadier units that I have are going to go on the right behind the skirmishers, or slightly to the left of them, because actually the skirmishers won't duck out of the way. So we'll have them right on the flank as a flanking skirmishing force, and my general just behind the dip of the hill, so hopefully he won't be shot to pieces. Let us begin. And good, yes, they've formed up outside the fort, which is good. Can push forward a little bit with my infantry to claim the ridge line, and move my skirmishers up. Flank round with the cavalry, and let's take out those mortars before they do way too much damage towards me with my infantry. Get my artillery, actually we'll focus on the Hindu warriors down here. We'll let my infantry go for the mortars, although the mortars are doing terrifying damage towards my men here as they walk through the flames. Look at them walking through the flames. Badass. Lots of smoke trailing across the battlefield, quite cool effects there. My cannons though doing hopefully a good job up here soon. Not sure what the enemy is doing. It looks like they might be even falling back towards the fort. Oh, that was a good cannon shot though. Ripping across their lines, and we are now pushing the mortar teams back. So I'm going to push forward here with my skirmishers, because I don't want these guys, they're kind of escaping back into their fort, I think. And I definitely do not want that. So let's make sure they don't escape. Bring the cavalry into the mix as well, and then with my infantry here, I'm going to be pushing forward to chase them, put the pressure on them pretty early on, aiming for the Hindu warriors with my cannons, because while they're lined up in these columns, it makes for a lovely formation to smash into them. Watch these Hindu musketeers, which are rapidly forming. My cannon's doing well up on the hill still. Perfect vantage point for them. Oh, and we've caught up with this mortar here, but that's fine. Oh, cavalry probably should have charged. Should have got them to charge the Hindu musketeers rather than stop right in front of them. Not much of a charge that's going to be. In fact, we're going to pull straight back with them. let my skirmishers have a point-blank range fire at them. Swing around with this unit of cavalry though to perhaps lead a charge, because they're going to engage my Rogers Rangers any minute as they fire a shot into them. I'm going to turn around with the cavalry and charge in. My Rogers Rangers going to get stuck in. I'm going to pull them back though, because light infantry units, not the best there. Fraser's Rangers over here, and we should have yet another unit of Rogers Rangers, although that means that this unit is the Night's Watch. There we go. Hitting the Hindu Musketeers, we've broken them there. I'll get my cavalry to chase them off while my my Ranger units do the rest of the damage. Across the rest of my lines, infantry doing a grand old job. King's Royal Regiment of New York fighting it out with the Royal Sussex Regiment across the fields of battle against the Bargear infantry. And my cannons hopefully continue to hit the garrison troops here, which are routing all over the place, causing mayhem and chaos in the middle. My cavalry knocking these guys down as much as possible. We won't need to chase them off because it will be to the death when we kill all these guys here, because they are trapped. So we're going to swing around with the skirmishers to keep them trapped in there, push forward with the grenadiers, and start pushing forward with some of my infantry as well. Swing round, we've already broken these guys here, and we're looking to break more of the armed populace on the flanks. They're shaken, and we've got mass routes all over the place. Bar these guys, which are still confident, the rest of the enemy is in full flight. So I'm actually going to charge down here to try and break them, because then we will have an easy victory. I won't need to bother chasing after them all, because they will, or they should, all die. Unless they've sallied out before the time was done, in which case then it may be worth me mopping as many of them up as possible, so I'll do that anyway, just in case. Get my cannons to stop firing now, so I don't kill too many of my own horse. We'll chase down as many of them as possible. We're going to form up here because the Hindu warriors are turning around, but they are wavering, seeing all their friends routing. They're shaken. A volley should hopefully see them off though. They are running through the ranks of other units right now, so I'm not sure we're going to get a clean shot off. My men need to reload. Oh, we definitely did hit them though with the cavalry there. All these troops fleeing for their lives here. Been broken, weak morale. They are doomed. British might shall prevail here. Claim the entirety of India. I'm going to end the battle there. Heroic victory. We will see if, because I honestly can't remember whether or not they were sallying out or I'd worn them down enough. I don't think I had, but the enemy has lost, even still, 4,594. I've lost 258. Although a lot of that seems to be friendly fire. Whoops. Let's see who got the most kills then there. Surely cavalry. No, King's Royal Regiment of New York. Well done there. And yes, no, that was them sallying out, so I will have to assault them again. But I'll probably just leave my army besieging them for now. And that'll just wear them down. They'll have to either fight me or just face their utter destruction. The Marathans trying to rally forces together. You can see kind of bringing small armies together. And they're now bringing their fleet down to see if that can do anything. And they're blockading my port. And they're really going to try and intercept me here. Attacking with a small force, and they're going to be reinforced by the entirety of the force of Malwa. I will accept this attack, because if I can defeat a lot of Malwa's garrison, then we should be fine. So we can deploy our lines of battle. I've got plenty of cavalry actually, which I'm very thankful for actually. And Alt 4 to get the formation that I usually use. And in fact I think I'm just going to have all my infantry in one group this time. May well need to put them in two separate groups once the battle gets going, but we'll see. Artillery, I'm going to deploy all on this left side actually. I'm going to have the artillery. I'll have the artillery here. And I've got two generals. Smashing. That's weird. See where the reinforcements come in from, which looks like it's up over here. So we've got these two to contend with. What is it? Sikh warriors and the lancers. I am probably just going to hold my position and let my artillery do a bit of firing, ripping through the cavalry. And then we can turn to face the enemy as they come down over here. So I'm going to pull my cavalry back to here. What do we got coming in? Camel nomads, that's the lancers. So bar 2 units of my infantry, I'm actually going to pull my infantry lines over like so. Turn these guys to canister shot. Hope that these lancers won't get a chance to charge. They're already wavering and turning the direction. Looks like they're going to go for my cannons. They've broken now. A canister shot from my cannons now would be perfect. But I don't think they're going to get a chance to fire. No. I'm going to limber up my cannons and turn them round to better face the reinforcements that are coming in. And I could go against the camels, but I'd rather not. We've got to watch out yet. These guys are going to go for my artillery. So I'm going to have to charge in with my cavalry to try and save them there. Go after the horsemen at the back as well. They've gone for my cannons, as I thought they might possibly do. It's using their time well. I'm going against Sikh warriors with my other general. Well, actually both of them. Camel nomads all over the place. Form a square with this unit here. Bring my cavalry forces round, try and do more damage. My two generals' bodyguards push back the Sikh warriors, they're shattered. We've lost a unit of artillery, in fact I've lost both my artillery units, but should still be able to be fine for now. Flank round with my cavalry for hammer and anvil strikes, but the camel nomads are already broken, pinned in by my squares. And now my cavalry can chase them off. Finish them off. We go after the Sindar Lancers. Silidar Lance, I'm thinking Lord of the Rings there. Pindar Horsemen there, proving a bit more difficult. I'm going to push forward with my infantry to stop the reinforcements causing so much damage as they do come in. Push forward with them there, and could form square with these guys as well. This unit I'm pulling up here. Bring this unit of cavalry back to help out because we've definitely defeated those camel nomads here. Getting stuck in against the Silidar Lancers. And we'll go after them with both my generals as well. The offensive with the general for once. In Empire at least. It's quite common in some of the other Total Wars. Ready to be engaging against their reinforcing infantry lines soon, and yes, we're starting to break them, which is good. So, no, I don't want that. I want to form up like so. Hoping my men will start firing any moment against Hindu musketeers. That sounded promising. And that the enemy general is dead. I think it's probably the starting forces. We can take these guys out of square as well now and bring them round. Start flanking. We've beaten them over there with a combination of superior cavalry and numbers. And it looks like they're now charging my lines here, Hindu musketeers, although we did manage to get a volley off before they engaged. And they're starting to waver. Oh, we're still firing with the second rank as well. That has got to be deadly at that close range. And we're now engaging in melee. as they rout and break, but we're in guard mode, so we should hold fine. I'm going to flank round with this unit here. Camel Nomads, not worried about forming square with them, we should be able to push them back at a reasonable pace. I'm going to bring the cavalry back round though. Run through my men, it won't kill them because I haven't given a charge order. And that's fine as long as they're running, and bring this unit up here. Charging in with my generals, and then up here we've got desert warriors to go for with my proper cavalry, which are tired but they're doing alright with my generals nearby. And we're going after all these units which have broken, but I do need to chase them because I will be facing them again soon. Should be out of range of most of the fire from my units toward my generals any moment now, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem as well. But bringing all my forces into formation now. Only casualties being my cannons because I deployed them in bad position. So we're wavering those cannons, which is good, but we need to pull back with the cavalry. And the next unit of cavalry going to charge in and hit these desert warriors. My general continuing to go after all these units on the flanks. Bringing my infantry round on this side, just a smidge, try and do some damage to them. And we can now get these units to charge after them there. This unit of cavalry there. And these guys charge into more desert warriors on the side. And we've got Sikh warriors going after my two generals over here. I'm going to continue to get my generals running along because they actually will keep these guys at bay for a bit while the rest of my infantry and cavalry get there. These guys are managing to escape, so we're just going to charge through my generals for now. Now we can hit them as the Sikh warriors charge on back. Charge hopefully with my cavalry here to be successful. Going to the firelock armed populace, which are now coming in from over the hill. Losing a fair bit of cavalry here, but it's better than a lot of my line infantry going in instead. So these guys are pulling them around like so. Start pushing up with these units. Get my troops on top of that hill to pull back up and then charge back down. Cavalry over here chasing them off to the left for death and glory. And then out off the sides. Hopefully they're shaken, the winded. Hopefully break them, although my cavalry is starting to go because they are tired, so that will lower their morale. My two generals can now descend upon the Hindu warriors here. And they are starting to waver already, along with fire from my infantry, so I need to be careful about that. And I'm going to pull them back towards the desert warriors, which are engaging my cavalry. And I can pull back with this infantry here, or rather cavalry here. I'm going to pull off to the side because the armed populace are just overwhelming my troops by sheer number. Pulling back round like so. They've defeated my cavalry over on the left. I will pull two regiments round to try and deal with them. Trying not to engage with too much friendly fire, but it's going to happen when I've got cavalry running all the way across the field of battle. So let's get my generals and cavalry out of there for now. They've done their part, what they needed to do. Apart from this unit, which is going to charge down and try and help out my infantry. And these guys come around to try and flank them as they engage in melee. Can we fire on them from here? Yes, we can. Got a reasonable view of them. But I'm going to push it further and quickly before they fire their next volley or so. See what it's like from here. Reasonable. We will just push up the hill a smidge more, and with these three units around a bit too. But we've broken these guys. and they're running straight towards my general, so I can charge in there to finish them off. Got these guys forming up to take on the last of the arm citizenry at the top. One unit faltering, flying back as my cavalry comes in for the charge there. And into the back of the armlock citizenry, my cavalry go, running away because that's going to be a lot of losses to my cav. That's a lot of losses to my men actually there. So I'd rather you didn't do that. Men, please, spread around further. But we've routed both of those. The rest of the units are gone. That is the end of the battle. I will finish it there. It's a close victory, but that should have whittled down the defenders quite a bit. I mean, I will have lost some troops there. Plenty to friendly fire. 200 odd to friendly fire. Okay, not totally horrific, but we have managed to clip a lot of the enemy defenders down too. And oh, I'm being attacked at the port here. I'm going to try and retreat, I think. What the hell happened there? I have no idea what happened there. That shouldn't have happened like that, did it? I clicked retreat, but I didn't think I could retreat because they were attacking my port. I'm really confused. Oh well. Enemy raid. It's here. So they actually pulled back. Their army pulled back even though I chose to retreat. So what? Was that an opportunity to intercept perhaps or something? Election results. Free and fair election. Another party has gained control of the government. Okay, so we'll have to sort everybody out there. And a raid of these plantations. I can charge in with this army in a moment. How much longer they've got? 4 more turns. And they do have oh, whoa, they've got lots of lots of little reinforcing bits. That's what's coming to help them all over the place. These armies, they come in large stacks, but they don't actually do that much damage. And at Malwa, I can actually replenish most of my troops. They have, yeah, about the same number now. But we're going to leave them there because it's only going to be a few more turns before they die. Here, 4 more turns. And they will go down. I'll leave it for now though. I'm in no rush to push any of those. This force I probably could push. I do have 1 unit of cavalry plus my general. But they do have improved fortifications and I don't like fighting those fort battles much. So with this fleet, let's bring them over here. So kind of playing the waiting game pretty much. Ancillary gained. Blast furnace, rebellion, French Guiana. Oh, we've got another rebellion. Smashing, I'll have to take all them back, that's fine. I can deal with that, not a problem. As long as it's not Spain or France attacking me, I'm fine. Okay, so let's have a look at these ministers. They seem alright so far. Army, tactician, industrial management, okay. Treasury patron, okay. He would be better in the navy then. Frugal and thrifty, but he's not good at treasury administration. Okay, that's worked out a bit better. Then I've got a decent guy in charge of the treasury, decent chap in charge of the navy, reasonable chap there. Let's kick him though and see what he can do. -1 to management and happiness for the nobility. India, this guy is actually pretty decent. Little position. Okay. Well, I don't mind that for now, that seems fine. My king is actually pretty reasonable. I have my heir Louise. How that impacts there. The Windward Islands, they're all replenishing for a few turns while I got my army there. France is pulling back with its fleets, which is good, and I'm bringing these guys over to deal with the rebels. Sailing across the seas, we'll attack the port and then deposit my troops off the ships, and then the army can't attack them here. Demand surrender, surrender refused. We'll let them come and attack me, continue the siege, and we'll go back to India, sort out a few things here. Got an agent there, 2 troops recruiting there. I don't think there's much more to sort out bar this army coming in to perhaps attack, take out some of these forces here. They do need replenishing at the same time. We'll try and fend off some of these reinforcements which are coming in for Satara, which are only going to make my life a little bit more hectic. Okay, those guys there got large reinforcements. I'm going to hate myself for doing this, but I'm going to risk the auto-resolve. Okay, I'll take the victory there. Probably more men than I would normally lose, but we'll take that. That's killed the entire army, thankfully, and it's pushed back another force. And we've got plenty of traits gained, so actually that's pretty reasonable for the AI auto-resolve there. And now it's even more likely for me to take this settlement. And I'm going to auto-resolve it again, which I normally don't do 2 in a row, but that has proved successful, and we've taken a settlement there. And these guys chase after the reinforcements over here, and I dare say I'll auto-resolve it once more, losing far more men than I probably should, but I can replenish all over the place now. And that has conquered a region, and sometimes, you know, you can afford to do that. But we definitely need to exempt these guys from taxes, or they are going to be so pissed. They're already so pissed. I think we'll probably have a rebellion on our hands. We now need to send this army down here when they can to fend off these chaps. But India is starting to look a little bit more red. They have pushed up the Marathan forces and taken out Kashmir, the Mughal Empire, down to their final territory. You, by all means, focus your forces up there, Marathans. I will be happy clearing up here, but I'll be fighting the next few battles because I will definitely need to save as many men as possible. But my income, like I said, should be able to replenish all the men I need to. So next time we'll be end of the turn, and we'll be looking at possibly a siege or the relief of Mysore or a few of these other provinces. But as always, I hope you enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Check out my Twitter and Facebook links in the description for the latest up-to-date updates about my channel and all sorts of other awesome gaming news, tournaments and things like that, and funny videos that I find online featuring members of the Creative Assembly eating incredibly hot chili peppers. So as always, hope you enjoyed. Ciao for now.